All right, welcome to week 3 of Thunder and Lightning's Pick'em Pod. Nikki, this should be more of an uplifting show tonight since we only really talk about the G-Men for literally 35 seconds and be done with it. Nick, what's going on? Happy midweek. Happy midweek. Hopefully your week's been going good, just like mine. What's up?
Oh, you're having a good week? Good.
Adequate week. Nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy. Well, my everyday is crazy. Today was crazy. I think I got you like filled in on the first half, but so the second half is a little more tame. But of course, like crazy things always happen to me. Random things. Like today, I chased a mayor down a hallway because I really need to talk to him at a work event,
And I'm sure you're not wearing sneakers to this event.
No, I had 5-inch hot pink heels on, and I did not know this person was going to be at this event because I've never gone to this event before. I was invited by a friend, and I really actually did need to talk to this person, and they just happened to be sitting at the table next to me, but they were leaving early. So I was like, this can't happen. I have to talk to them. And so I grabbed my stuff. I ran out while somebody else was presenting, chased this poor guy down the hallway, practically into the parking lot, like a crazy person, just to talk to him. Just needed 5 minutes of his time. You know what? When you're a crazy person, people are like, all right. What do you want? Yeah, Why are you crazy?
You're freaking me out, lady. Okay, cool. Well, I'm knowing you probably got the contact or whatever you needed to take care of that. So let's get started. You told me before the show you have your 3 picks and you have your starts and sits in fantasy. By the way, thanks for checking us out. Hit like and subscribe to TNL _ on YouTube and That Sports Network. Both wherever you're watching the show, please like and subscribe to there. It goes a long way. We're steadily growing our own YouTube channel.
Yes.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but we're almost at 70, man. We're cooking. We're slowly cooking.
I got my first 70. All right.
I got my first 3K in a regular video, which was awesome. Yeah, we're cooking. Hopefully
Are you excited for that? Is that your Saquon video, right?
Yeah, that was my Saquon video of me being upset. I'm not upset, but like, oh, here we go. We knew this was coming. I should have really done a Saquon video the other night, but we already recorded, so I didn't want to double up on the video. So yeah, so like and subscribe. We're slowly cooking. Man, not paying for likes and subscriptions are really...
It's tough. It's really tough. It's really tough. But don't do that. I know it's so tempting for people to want to buy. It was
clearly joking. I'm never doing
I know it's a joke. But, a lot of people do that. And there's people who come to me because they know I have own a marketing company, and they'll ask, and I just won't do that because it really fucks with your brand and your engagement, right? Because you can tell. You don't even have to be like... Anyone can figure it out, if you've got millions of followers, but a couple likes and nobody engages with you.
And that's what our friends are telling me. And they're like, dude, you don't even have 70 subscriptions and your video got picked up by 3,000 people. That's out of this world. So we're cooking. We're slowly getting momentum.
Cooking. Unlike the Giants, we are cooking. Giants. But you know what? I cooked a little bit in week 2. 2 of my 3 bets hit. I took the under in Giants Commanders, and I took Chicago on the points. So I hit on 2 of those.
And what was the one you lost on, since we have to keep you humble? Mike Evans touchdown, right?
Mike Evans touchdown. Yes, that's right. Yes.
Okay, so what do we got this week?
So I like the over in Carolina and the Raiders game because Andy Dalton is playing, and he's an upgrade. Bryce Young. It's 40 and a half. I have it at 44.
Okay.
I like a Garrett Wilson for over 5.5 receptions this week. Through 2 games, he's caught 10 of the 17 attempts that have come his way for 117 yards. So I think 5.5 is not out of the question. And I like the under in the Giants-Browns game. It's at 38.5. I have the score at 31.
Okay. All right. There you go. So you had to keep the G-Men's under on that, and I like it. I like all those plays. We'll get into in the games. Do you have any starts and sits before we get into?
Yeah. So I think if, listen, DeAndre Swift, not a great start the first couple weeks, but this is a good matchup. Okay. So I like DeAndre Swift this week. He's going against Indy. They've got a horrible run defense. They've allowed Joe Mixon and Josh Jacobs to rush for 300 yards total combined already for 2 weeks. So don't give up yet. I think this is going to be the matchup for him. I like DeAndre Swift this week. I do not like Zach Ertz this week. He finished 8th in tight end ranking. And the Bengals held Travis Kelce to 1 catch when they played the Chiefs. So
I also think it's the age and being busy partying and traveling all over the world.
Well, yeah, but the Bengals also held Hunter Henry to like 3 points when they played New England, something like that, 4 points. So, I get it. Tight end is tough. I struggle with that position too. So you may not have, better option than Zach Ertz, but I don't love it.
Okay. No,
not against the Bengals.
Yeah, I like these. I like those matchups. Yeah, I can't disagree with you on any of those. Very logical. All right. So last week, you had a good week picking. You zagged with the NFL where I zigged, and I was.
Who came in first last week?
You did. So as good as I did week one.
Say it again, please. Could you just say it again?
You. All right. On to a new week. Or on to.
Could you just say that Nikki came in first for week 2?
Yes. Okay. But no, yeah. But about
could you say it? Could you say it like right now?
I said Nikki finished in first.
Thank
All right.
you.
A lot of season left. But as good as my week 1 was as bad as my week 2. NFL betting, you name it, was a complete utter disaster. So hopefully this week, it was funny talking to all my friends. We all had a rough weekend. So without further ado,
it's been a little wonky the first 2 weeks of the season.
Right. So hopefully I'm a little bit better. Hopefully I'm a little bit better this week. And
how is your fantasy teams in week 2? Did you get a little better?
The league that I had Christian McCaffrey, Kenneth Walker, and Love. No, that was a rough weekend. That season, like I joked with someone, that was my donation to have friends in that league. That one's rough. The other 0-2 league is Rio's league, but my team is gonna get going. I like that team.
Okay, all right. Hey, believing in yourself is half the battle.
No,
doesn't matter if anybody else doesn't believe in you. You gotta believe in yourself.
Rio's league. I gotta get used to Rio's league, and I
like
that.
You gotta get used to it. What's different?
Like it's different players and point styling and everything.
Okay, all right, okay.
Like Jamar Chase has to ball out this week, and he's playing Washington, so that's basically holding me up. I have the running backs are fine, and a quarterback play is where I'm nervous about. But
who's your quarterback? Who do you have?
In Rio's league, it was I have Brock Purdy in that one. That's how bad. That's how quickly I worried about everybody else but quarterback. So.
Well, I think he's gonna have a good week this week for what it's worth.
I hope so. I'm due.
Shredding up that Rams defense.
Yeah. So right now, week 3, let's have better weeks. Well, I gotta have a better week. You
gotta have a better week. I would just like to maintain. If I could go 2 for 3 on bets again and come in first again.
Yeah, man. You'll be doing Tits McGee walking bets in no time, and DraftKings will.
No. I gotta leave the walking bets to Taylor and Lucy. I am Nikki in the car with an iced coffee bets because that's just how it happens.
That's fine. But yeah, DraftKings, and you'll leave me in the dust, and poor me.
I'm not gonna leave you in the dust. We are a package deal, even though you drink decaf, and I'm still mad.
No, don't start those rumors.
They're not rumors. I have proof.
No, it was decaf espresso with a regular.
That just doesn't even make sense to me. Why bother?
Because it got me enough.
Espresso. Then why are you having
it's half. It's half. It's just enough to get me over the edge.
I just don't understand it. Then
so
why
instead
have
of going
coffee?
to bed at 3 a.m., I'm going to bed at 2 a.m. That's all it is.
Why have coffee? I don't get it. Why
I had regular coffee, though. It's still regular coffee.
But why a decaf espresso? So you understand, like, we just talked about how logical I am. Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
It's a half shot. Whatever.
It doesn't matter. It makes no sense. So you want a half decaf espresso shot?
It works. All right.
It doesn't work. It doesn't even make sense.
It works for me. Don't worry about it, Miss Coffee. Okay.
Just don't order the shot because it pisses me off that you did that.
Whatever. You're not my mom. Anyway.
Well, I can't wait to find out what your mom made for dinner tonight. Anyway, go ahead.
Disaster.
A disaster. I can't wait. Tuna out of a can, since you think that's what I eat? Like, thank God. All right,
anyway, take it away, Nikki. All right?
Thursday night football. This is your moment. Go, Thunder. Go ahead.
Thunder. All right. Thursday night football. Jets home opener. They face the arch nemesis, even though no one's around anymore, New England Patriots. The Jets are 7.5-point favorites. I am going New England. New England has a good running game, and they have a very stout defense. I don't see the Jets beating anybody by 8 points right now. I'm going to take the Patriots with the points.
I'm going to take the Jets on this one. I think it's a 10-point game. I think it's like 23-13. I think the Jets defense has a field day with Jacoby Brissett, who is one-dimensional.
That's fair. I just think their defense and running will take care of it. All right, next game. Here it is, Nikki. All or nothing. No holding back now, even though you held back the last 2 weeks.
New York football. What? What'd I hold back on?
No. The Giants organization, not us. That was the
joke. I'm not holding back on them.
No, there's zero holding back on them from us. I'm talking as the collective football team. The New York Giants are 6.5-point underdogs against the Cleveland Browns. Give me the Giants. I don't like the Browns' offense. Their defense is going to be very tough and stagnant. Daniel Jones is going to have a rough day, but the Giants will find a way to cover the spread. I'm taking the Giants.
Do you think they win, though, if this was straight up, or no?
Probably not. Cleveland will do just enough to beat us.
Yeah, I don't think the Giants cover, so I'm going with Cleveland on this one. I think they'll grind it out just enough to make life miserable for us again.
Okay. Yep. See, we're alternating weeks, so one of the weeks we're gonna get the Giant pick right.
One of us will.
All right. Another 1:00 game. The Caleb Williams and the very ugly looking Chicago Bears head to Indianapolis to play the Colts. -1.5. I'm going Colts. This is ugly. Very ugly.
Oh, this is ugly. I wouldn't actually bet this game. No,
I'm not betting this game. The Bears in those orange uniforms and orange helmet on top of just looking putrid, just looked rough. I'm going Colts.
I'm going to go with the Bears on this one. I think their defense pounces on Anthony Richardson, and I think the Bears put it together, as I alluded to, in our starts and sits with their run game. So I'll take Chicago here.
Good point. All right. Next 1:00, the upstart Minnesota Vikings looking really good versus the dynamic Houston Texans. They didn't cover against the Bears last week, but they are looking with a field goal spread. They are -2.5. I'm taking the Texans. The Vikings can't do it 3 weeks in a row. If they do, kudos to them.
No, but I do think this is actually going to be an ugly game just because both defenses are pretty good and they can get to the quarterback. But I'm with you. I have Houston too.
Okay. Oh, wrong way.
Wow, it took 4 games to agree, but we got there.
We got there. We made it. All right. So this is going to be interesting. This is going to be one of the games we actually hit home on and have a conversation. All right. The Philadelphia Eagles, hate to see it, Saquon. They're coming off an awful loss, and they're facing the 2-0 New Orleans Saints.
Delicious. It was delicious to watch.
They're 1.5-point The Eagles are 1.5 point favorite.
You can't talk at the
I
9
can't
o'clock
talk tonight.
show. Like,
right.
no, it's the 9 o'clock show that you just
All right.
won.
Settle down. All right. The Eagles are 1.5 point favorites against the New Orleans Saints at home. Do the Saints make it 3 in a row, or do you think the Eagles bounce back after choking away the game on Monday night?
Yeah, I don't think the Saints are going to be able to run as well against the Eagles as, they did last week. Although it's in New Orleans, right? So that's really no joke to play in New Orleans. I think the difference comes down the offensive line. They're going to let Jalen Hurts do what he does, and I am going to go with the Eagles on this one.
Okay, I'm going to the Eagles as well. I think they're going to be so pissed off on how they let that game slip away, and this will be like a Saquon 150-yard Saquon day, and I could see that happening.
Career day coming.
For sure. All right, this is going to be another interesting. This one
was tough.
This one was tough. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers home against the Chargers. The Steelers are 1.5 point favorites. Does Harbaugh and the Chargers offense wake up in a more passing-oriented style, or does the Steelers slow them down for another week and the Steelers just find a way to kick field goals and score more points than the other team? I'm going Pittsburgh.
Okay. I'm going to go Chargers. Their offensive lines looked really good. They've kept it clean for Justin Herbert, and the Steelers pass rush, it could be a little tough, but I just think that I'm going to edge to Chargers on this one.
Okay. All right. The 1 o'clock still. The Denver Broncos versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are 6.5 point favorites. I originally picked Denver. I'm going to stay with them. No, I'm going Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay has been very good. Their defense is very stout. Rookie quarterback, I don't love it. And Knicks hasn't been that guy yet. So one more week of Tampa being the darlings of the NFC South with the Saints.
Yep, I'm with you on this one. I think Bo Nix is in for a rough day, and Baker Mayfield's looking awfully comfortable passing the ball to everyone. So I'll take Tampa.
What do you think about Mike Evans? I have Mike Evans in a couple of leagues.
This week, I think. Yeah, this week is a good one.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough matchup, but hopefully Baker's just throwing him the ball a lot, so hopefully he keeps it going. All right. Okay. All right. 1 p.m. in Nashville.
This is a gross game.
Malik Willis, most likely, but Love has been practicing and got the questionable designation. Do you think it's mind games and they wait till next week when they play Minnesota? I personally think so. So it is a revenge spot for Malik Willis playing against his former team that drafted him in the mid-rounds a couple of years ago. I'm still going Packers. They're going to find a way to run the ball. I do not like Will Levis. Will Levis is making bonehead plays left and right. Give me the Packers. They're going to continue to run the ball and survive. So they are 2.5 point underdogs. So I am taking the points for the Packers.
Oh, yeah. I'm taking the points on this one. Yep. 100% with you on that. Although I do think the Titans will lean on Tony Pollard a lot in this matchup.
Yeah. And they have the last couple of weeks. I'm actually going to be starting him this week. So hopefully the mojo.
That's a good start. I like that.
All right. Now we got the 4 o'clock slate in Las Vegas. The Raiders are facing off versus Andy Dalton and the Carolina Panthers. The Raiders are 5.5 point favorites. I'm sticking with the Raiders. I need to see. I want to see how Andy Dalton does with this Panthers team. They are still terrible. So we'll see what happens.
They are terrible, but I don't know. Something about Andy Dalton will just come out and have this amazing game and blow everybody away. I could just see some random shit happening. I think it's a little bit closer. I have it 24-20, so I'm going to take Carolina in the points.
Okay. All right. Another 4 o'clock. The Dolphins with Skylar Thompson are heading to Seattle, and Seattle is 6.5 point favorites. Skylar Thompson as your quarterback. I know he had that playoff game against the Bills that they covered. Different scenario. I'm going Seahawks find a way to cover
Yeah. Plus, the Seahawks they've looked good, and it's at home for them. I
Right.
just
They look like a completely different animal at home,
yeah.
and there you have it. All right, another 425 start. The Lions are 3.5 point favorites against Arizona. Arizona bounced back last week. They finally figured out, hey, maybe we should throw the ball to our stud rookie wide receiver. And what do you know? They did.
Imagine
I think Detroit has enough firepower to cover the spread, and I think they obviously win if they're covering. What about you?
Yeah, you know me. I've rolled with Detroit for like 4 years now. They're good for that backdoor cover, even when you think it's not coming. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with Detroit on this one, and I think that their defense will keep Kyler Murray somewhat contained. So,
Okay, I'm with you. All right, the game of the week.
ugh, ugh,
We have the Dallas Cowboys coming back after a brutal loss to the Saints, and the 0-2 Baltimore Ravens choking
mm,
away another game last week to the Raiders. The Ravens are 1.5 point favorite. I don't see the Ravens going 0-3, but
yeah.
guess what? The Cowboys had such a bad week last week that they feel blood, they see blood. I'm going to take the home team underdog, and I am going to take Dallas.
You said they feel blood.
They taste blood. I said. Did I say feel? I meant to say they taste blood. It's
Oh.
really awful week. Man, I can't see the Ravens go 0-3, but I
I
don't know.
can't either, and I don't think they will. I think this
I
is
also
like,
don't see Dallas going on a 2-game losing streak.
oh, I can easily see that happening. Give me the Ravens by a touchdown, 27-20.
Ooh, make me want to change my mind, but I'm not for the sake of the
No, I
show.
think the Ravens come out and they're like, we're not fucking around this time. You know?
All right. See, this is a disappointing matchup. The Rams are completely ravaged of injuries.
I know. This is
Obviously
good for your fantasy team, though.
yeah, I guess, yeah. So is San Francisco, but they're almost there and hopefully in the clear for CMC. Obviously Debo's out for a while, but this is why you pay Brandon Ayuk and Kittle. So they
Right.
still have enough. This is a big spread, but honestly, the Rams are so banged up, I would be shocked. So I'm gonna take the Niners minus 7.5. That's a lot to ask for, but I think Shanahan and boys will find a way to be okay in this.
Yeah, I think San Fran rebounds. I think Nick Bosa just tees off on Stafford. It's a big line, but I'm with you. Take San
All right,
Fran.
all right, the Sunday night football. The
Ugh.
Kansas City Chiefs are going to Atlanta. Atlanta
Ugh.
had this wonderful comeback win against the Eagles. Guess what? Kansas City isn't the Eagles. Uh, I'm taking Kansas City minus 4.5 after Cincinnati, for whatever reason, just plays so tough with them.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, Kansas City, that was a penalty. I don't care what anybody says at the end of the game. Kansas City snuck one out. So I'm going Kansas City minus 4.5, even though they're on the road.
Yeah, I'm with you on this one.
All right. Monday night. There's two Monday night games.
Ugh, I
The
hate
first
when they
game,
do this.
I hate when they do this as well. The first game is at 7:30 on ESPN. We got the Buffalo Bills home against the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are minus 5.5 point favorites. The Bills. I'm going Bills. I have not liked anything I've seen out of Trevor Lawrence so far. It's prime time in Buffalo. You know the Bills Mafia are going to go absolutely nuts. Josh Allen is just going to do enough to win by 6.
Yeah, I'm with you. They've looked a lot better and they've looked a lot more efficient as the weeks are going on here. And I think they're gonna rattle Trevor Lawrence. You know, so I've got Buffalo on this one.
All right, and to wrap it up, it is the 0-2 Cincinnati Bengals facing the Washington Commanders. The spread is absolutely huge, minus 8.5,
Yeah,
according to Sleeper. Um, I got burned by the Bengals 2 weeks ago against the Patriots. I'm gonna go Washington covers the 8.5. That's just a lot of points, but Cincinnati does pull out the win.
oh yeah, I think the Bengals pull out the win, but I do think it's by a touchdown, probably 27-20, something like that. I think Joe Burrow's going to have a field day against that secondary, but I think, Jaden Daniels will do enough to kind of keep them in the game.
All right, so those are our picks for this
That's
week.
it.
Hopefully, do not follow Nikki's picks. She went 2 for 3 last week. I've been ice cold in NFL, so follow her.
Yeah, you have. You've just been ice cold.
Yeah, it happens.
What's cooler than being cool? What's that
Ice
song?
cold.
What's cooler than being cold?
Ice cold.
Is that Shake It Like a Polaroid Picture? Is that song?
Yeah, Hey Ya by Outkast. Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. I don't even understand it. Like, what's the shaking the Polaroid picture and being ice cold?
You're shaking, like you're shaking.
But what's that have to do with like being cold? What's cooler than?
But you're being cool. You're being cool. Like chill.
Because you're shaking. Chill. Okay. Well, you understand. Like it's stupid, but I actually don't like that song.
We're talking about a song that's 20 years old, so.
There's no need for you to bring up age, years, how long things are, and how old things are. But I don't like that song. But anyway, you know what I do like? I like hearing what you ate for dinner. So you said before the picks came up that it was a disaster.
All right, disaster is a little rough, but it was pork chops. It was pork chops tonight. They could have been taken out a little earlier, but
tough and rubbery pork chops. Tough and rubbery. Just say it.
Yeah, it was a little rough.
How are they cooked? Like in the pan and an oven?
Yeah. You could have taken them out
oven pan.
I don't know. I think it was oven.
Rubbery pork chops. I know it. I know what you mean because I think my mom did that when I was a kid, and I haven't touched them since.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm just grateful enough that I have someone cooking me dinner. So
okay, you know what? Just stop. This is why you're a nice guy, Danny, because I wouldn't be grateful for it. No, I wouldn't.
Because you're not a grateful person.
No, I'm not eating this. Like, sorry, I'm not.
Yeah, that's why you're you and I'm me.
And
anyway,
Danny and everybody likes you. Yeah. And what did you have with it?
Mashed sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes.
And string beans. So.
I've
had better.
String beans.
I've had better.
I've had better. That's what she said. She's had better. I've had better. Do you get tired of like the string beans and the sweet potatoes? Like, I'm just curious. Like,
yeah, but most
like, do you get tired of it?
Yeah, I do, but it is what it is. Some nights I don't pick at it, but
I give you credit. I just couldn't do it. I don't care. I'll look you right in the face and be like, I'm not eating this. Like, just not.
That's why you're a bitch.
Yes, exactly. And I wear the title proudly. Did you have dessert, or are you planning on dessert?
Probably not.
No. Okay. So with Thursday night football, you told me on Sunday you do like the snack setup for the games. Do you do the same thing on Thursday night, or do you?
If I'm in the mood, maybe.
Dinner? Okay.
I actually eat dinner, so if I have dessert, that'll probably be the night I'll have like dessert or whatever, depending on the week. So.
Okay. All right. So
what about you?
Rubbery and disgusting pork chops, string beans, and mashed sweet potatoes. Oh,
what about you?
I feel like you should have a second dinner.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
You should have some ice cream with sprinkles on a cone, like your kids. Except you don't have to hose yourself off.
Oh my god. There should be a no cone rule to any kid under the age of 5.
I told you this. They're in your house. They're your children.
Well, it's not worth the It's not worth the meltdown.
Man, let them have this meltdown. I don't care. Like, don't you like put kids in timeout? Don't they like go to the room or something? Like,
yeah.
Just, you know what I always hear? I don't know, but like they get over it. Like they'll cry and they get over it.
Yeah.
Soft parenting, is that what it's called? Something like that?
Soft parenting is not a way to go.
It's not a way of life, huh?
I mean, having the tough growing up, stern parenting growing up, and this new generation of parenting is rough. Because you just want to like, hey,
wild time.
Yeah, but
speaking of wild, before we go, are you up on Diddy's arrest and everything?
Vaguely, he has 1,000 bottles of lube, so that's nice.
That's crazy.
Yikes!
He's a dirty boy. He's
apparently
he's gonna like prison though. He'll like it.
Yeah, no, he's gonna have a lot of fun in prison. Um,
He's dropping the soap on purpose, I bet.
Oops, I dropped it.
Whoops. Oops. He's so excited. I was shocked they didn't like let him out on bail though. I thought
I'm
for
not.
sure.
I'm not. They have enough stuff for them to be like, yeah, you're a danger to society right now.
Yeah, well, apparently offered 50 million and the judge was like, "Nope, sorry, you're flight risk and you're probably going to intimidate witnesses. Get your ass in jail." I
Yep,
wonder when the trial starts.
it's gonna take a minute.
Oh, he's going to be sitting there for a
He's gonna
long
be.
time.
He's gonna be singing like a canary.
Yeah. Would you sing or what would you do?
I
Would
wouldn't
you
put myself in that scenario.
I know you wouldn't, but I'm saying like, would you? Because people, yeah, I don't blame people. They'll do what they got to do to save themselves.
He has enough security and he has enough money to sing.
That's true. I wonder. Oh, I just want to hear like who else is involved. Get my popcorn ready because
Yeah,
there's
that's
some
gonna be
other
interesting. Yeah,
big names that have gone to the Diddy parties.
yeah. A lot of people have been caught on camera saying that they've been on to Diddy parties, like LeBron James, Jay Z, just to name a few.
Jay
So
Z.
the whole
Uh oh.
the whole entertainment world is gonna melt. So
I know. That's what I mean. Get your popcorn ready, everybody. Unless he just keeps his mouth shut and we never hear anything again.
yeah, I don't see that happening from Diddy.
Yeah, probably not. But you know what I do see happening? Us being back in a couple days, right?
Yeah, we're gonna be starting. Since I'm not gonna be going to a plenty of Giant games this year,
Since you
since
gave up after week 2, sold all your tickets. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah. Oh, I haven't sold all of them yet. I'm just waiting for people to bite on them. But since I'm gonna be home a lot during the season, Sunday nights, Nikki felt left out on the ranting and raving on my Sunday video. I didn't
I
really
didn't
rant,
feel
right?
I didn't feel left out. It's just we both did a
I
separate
know.
rant,
I'm being
and it was
funny.
like, well, this probably would have been good to do it together.
Well, what we should do is we should still do our post game. Oh, I'm pissed rant, and put them on socials, and then Sunday nights. I guess we'll do what we do Monday nights and do right before Sunday night football. Try to get the quick recap and then figure it out from there. So we're
Yes.
gonna have to figure out the Cowboys situation because I know you're not gonna want to keep your makeup on for Thursday night football. So you might have to. It is the Cowboys, so you might have to keep your makeup on that night.
Well, I will let you know where I will be that night. How about
Fair
that?
point. That's right. I forgot you have a.
How about that?
Okay.
But I will try to suck it up. I don't know where I will
Regardless,
be.
Regardless, I'm gonna be doing a Cowboy recap, but we have to get through the Browns first. So Sunday around 8ish, we'll go live shortly, and hopefully we'll be happy for once. I'm not banking on it, but hey, if they don't win on Sunday, we're gonna have a lot of problems. Tank is about to start. All right, guys. As always, thank you for checking us out on That Sports Network as well as TNL_NYG. Please like and subscribe. We're slowly growing, so I appreciate all the help and kindness that everybody has given us the last couple weeks, specifically with our growth starting to show. As always, thanks for checking us out. We'll see everyone on our socials and have a good one.
Bye.